Legends rise from blister packs. Childhood whispers calling back. Figures posed in perfect time. A world of wonder built for you. Legends rise from blister packs. Childhood whispers calling back. Figures posed in perfect time. A world of wonder built for you. Toy me, toy you. The fun begins. Grab your grails, let's dive right in.
Hello and welcome.
Here's Johnny.
This is Toy Me, Toy You. Here we are again. I'm Dave, joined by my cohorts. Here's Lee Lee and Mr. Rudy Zoo over there. And our special guest this evening is Bisto Yeti. Welcome.
Good evening. Thank you.
Good to have you with us. Thank you for joining us. All right. So what have we got coming up this evening? Lee, why don't you tell us? Can you hear me, Lee? Well, I'll tell you what we've got coming up this evening. We're going to be having a discussion all about.
I'm going to be having trouble with internet.
Yeah, maybe. We're going to be talking about smaller toy brands, indie toy brands in our discussion later on. That's going to be a lot of fun. Bisto, I think, is a bit of an authority for us on that sort of thing. Something a bit new and something I'm just starting to dabble in myself, really. But yeah, should be fun. And in Pick Your Own tonight, we're going to be picking our favourite toys that are better than we expected them to be when we bought them. So that'll be quite interesting. And of course, we have news, our pickups, and all of that good stuff. So let's get in and start off with a bit of toy news, shall we? Here we go. Hello to everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Do let us know what you think of what you're seeing on the screen throughout.
Hello, chat.
So first of all, in the news, we've got Sentinel, Ronin Warriors, Chodankado dies Warlord of Illusion. And this is apparently worth $160. Haven't seen this offered anywhere UK yet. Allegedly, it's worth that much.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting looking figure, though. We'll talk about that. But we won't dwell on the price too much. He's got like lots of little sides that form a sort of peacock arrangement around the back. And he can take them off and use them as weapons and stuff. He reminds me a little bit of Cyclonus from the Transformers.
It's like if they made Cyclonus out of Insecticons.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, like they're trying to say it was done by Bombshell. Let's not be silly.
And yeah, so this is armor basically, and there's a man underneath. So with very nice flowing locks.
Mm-hmm.
It's very Japanese, isn't it?
Armorless.
Yeah.
And there's the various heads that are available in the package. And then we've got SH Figuarts, Marvel Gameverse Spider-Man. Another Gameverse Spider-Man out in 1/12 scale, but this one more expensive. £113. Some of these figures command quite high prices, but people do like them. People do.
All
like
the
them.
SH Figuart stuff is really it's top end.
Yeah.
But then again, like if you look at what you get, all that articulation, how you compose it, rich colours. I love that colour of Spider-Man, that lighter blue. Yeah, it's really cool. It's way out of my price range for a Spidey.
It's more than I could possibly justify price-wise, but like you say, it does look good. Apart from some weirdness going around in the crotch area on this one, I think perhaps because there's where they've done so much articulation in there, it's made it look a bit weird.
It's very much the early 90s big eyes.
Yeah. And the Spidey sense effect piece is quite cool.
The McFarlane era with the big eyes.
I think, SH Figuarts do sometimes suffer from that double-edged sort of, you have all the pack with all these awesome articulation and poses that they can do, But if you put them in a vanilla pose, they can kind of start to look, yeah, that looks a bit weird. You know, but when you do like all the extreme posing, they look fantastic.
And and they've done this before, SH Figuarts. They did this with their Cyclops. They've just given you like a big bit of cardboard for an effect, which is an interesting choice.
That's massive. What size is that? A3 paper? A2 paper?
It's big, isn't it? Don't know.
Super cool.
I haven't got the measurements, I'm afraid. Should have done better research. And then apparently these NECA Ninja Turtles, based on the 2012 series, are due to come out this month. I saw a news story claiming that. I'm not sure if that means for pre-order this month or actually available this month. Perhaps just for pre-order. But these look very cool. I do like turtles, and I like the different iterations of the turtles. Donatello, obviously the best turtle, and I am going to be looking to pick up this version of Donatello down the road. Looks very cool.
What I love about Teenage Mutant Hero or / Ninja Turtles is that there's now an era for everyone, and you can dip in and out. And if you like, 87, if you like 1990s movie, you can pick up a toy or all four of them to fulfill your toy need.
Absolutely. And then Jada Toys Ultra Street Fighter 2 Cammy in Player 2 Deco. And these Jada Street Fighter figures have been very popular, very well regarded. She does look quite good.
Booty.
Yeah, got the boot. Well, it's Cammy. She's got to have the booty, hasn't she? And a nice pink beret. I don't have any of these Jada ones as yet, but I've got my eye on their Akuma that's been previously shown off.
I've got Guile and I've got Player 2 Dalsim pre-ordered. Because he comes with a lot of stuff.
I do have the Chun-Li, and they are kind of, for the price, because they're probably just above like Marvel Legends prices, and they are probably just as good as some of like the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter figures that have been released. So they are punching above the price range, I think.
And speaking of Storm Collectibles, here we go. This is their cheaper Storm Arena line. And this is Nash from Street Fighter Alpha 3. And he looked very, very cool. These are a little bit more price-wise. So the Jada ones go for about 25. These go for about 30. But they look very, very good. I do have the Dan from this line on pre-order now because I love Dan. He's ridiculous.
I'm all in for this and Dan. I cannot wait. This one's not until next year, isn't it? This is like January, February next year.
They're all kind of staggered releases, aren't they?
My two favourite characters, and they released them first.
Yeah, I think that £5 price point, I think it's justified. I think these do look a little bit better than the Jada ones.
Especially if they've taken like the best parts of Storm Collectibles and made it more affordable. And obviously the toy engineering and toy technology, like year on year, exponentially gets better and better.
And he does come with a stand and the effect piece. So you can do crazy poses like that, which is good. That's what you want. And then they dropped this, which is a teaser of some more figures that are coming later down the line. So the top line is the one that's already announced. And the bottom line, we've got an Akuma, which puts me in a quandary. Because I definitely want an Akuma in my collection. Do I get the Jada one, or will I be looking at this when we actually get a proper reveal of it? We'll see. Then we've got Balrog and then some shadows, and we can guess who they are, perhaps.
That's Cammy, Zangief, and R. Mika or R. Micah.
Yeah.
The wrestler.
So interesting times if you're a Street Fighter fan. And then we've got Marvel Legends, Emperor Doom. And I'm not really familiar with the story behind this, but basically, as I understand it, Doom becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. in a story.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Pretty much the story.
That's the crux of it, and that's why he's got
Yeah.
the cloak on and stuff.
I think at this stage, everyone in Marvel has become somebody else in Marvel.
Yeah.
There's probably like a Doom Hulk, and there's anything they could go to.
Yeah, there's a bit of a
Hmm.
all things Doom since Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
All things Doom since Fantastic Four movie.
There's 2 Lees. What's going on?
No.
Hmm.
Everyone's worst nightmare.
Yeah. Oh no!
Ah,
What's that? Is it gone? It's not gone, has it?
what have you done, Lee?
The universe can't take 2
Oh,
Lees. Get out of here, you. Yeah.
I thought the government was testing the alarm system up again.
Yeah. We've already had that. We don't need that again.
I was on the toilet when that went off, and I went, "What the? What's going on here?"
Right. Sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah, it's all right.
Lee was just checking everybody was awake. Anyway,
Moving on.
Moving on.
Emperor Doom. It's quite a cool looking figure.
Yeah.
I think the cape adds something nice.
It's a bit niche. I
It is very niche.
don't see it selling as well as perhaps other Doom figures.
No, Marvel Legends aren't my favourite things, but if I can see one cheap, that's when I go for them, really. But they're quite nice for what they are if you can get them for a good price. And then Super 7 Toho Ultimates Final Battle Godzilla LED light up,
A bit of a mouthful.
which $112 I've seen as a quoted price for this. It looks quite cool, rather large, and with light up functionality and effect pieces that you can insert into him. Just dab him with them.
Looks incredible. I'm not even that big a Godzilla fan, but like it's incredible.
Yeah, it does look like it'd have some presence on a display. There we go. He's 8-inch tall and 14 inches long.
Oh God, that's massive.
Mm.
How big's the figure? Hey!
Hey.
And then Missing Link Ultra Magnus. Any takers?
It's an unusual one, this one, isn't it? I think it is anyway.
The Missing Link, they look cool, but they are a lot of money, aren't they?
Yeah.
So are G1 toys.
Yes, but I think it's quite good if you're interested in G1 toys, but you like to get things brand new and open the box and have them minty. Then Missing Link's a pretty good way to go, and it does give you the little bonus of articulation. If you're not like tied to actually having the old toy for like nostalgia reasons and particular about that, I think the new Missing Links are a good option for G1 fans. In that respect.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's bringing a lot to new fans and old fans.
Yeah.
That is an improvement, just being able to spread the legs, isn't it? It makes a difference.
Funny enough,
Right.
I'm going to try thinking before I start speaking.
Right.
now.
Okay.
Okay.
funny.
I think I'm not a completist, so Missing Link looks great. I've got the Cliff Jumper. I think he's lovely. If they get a Sideswipe out and Dinobots, I'll be in on. But other than that, I'm not that particularly bothered.
I'm in for RC for sure.
Mhm.
Concept that they've made reality.
Yeah.
But I've never been the biggest Magnus fan. I think when they repaint it into Powered Convoy, then I think it'll go wild.
Mhm.
And he comes with this.
A little boogeyman.
Little Boogie, which is apparently a throwback to the Diaclone original that we had pre-Ultra Magnus. So that's nice. And it's called Deerstalker, apparently.
Right.
Really odd name.
I would have just called it Minimus Ambus and just been, you know.
There we go. And then we got Koto Bukiya Mega Man X0 first version 1/12 scale model kit. Price to be confirmed. Quite interesting. Are you into Mega Man, anyone? I'm not a fan of Mega Man, really. I always found it quite hard.
I loved
Could never really get into it.
The first two games, but I think as the years progressed, he's got even more curvier and more kind of rotund.
So as I understand it, this is a brand new figure, but there has been a very similar figure released previously based on the second Mega Man X game, a version of Zero. But this one has different weapons and stuff and a slightly different look. So it is new. It is news. Nice ponytail.
What you're trying to say, he's got a new hat, aren't you?
Basically, yeah.
Right. Little Simpsons reference there for you all.
Nice
See,
facial expression. And there we are, alongside Mega Man. And then Eternal Expedition Series Dwarf Assassin Verdred Anvil. Quite interesting. 1/12 scale. Obviously, a dwarf. He's going to be short.
Well, his friends call him Virgil.
But obviously, to fit in with that Marvel Legends type of scale. $126, the quoted price I've seen on this. I think that was on Big Bad Toy Store. It looks like a very detailed figure. And he comes with that crow. Nice shoulder pads. I do like a nice shoulder pad. Various weapons that you can store around the back. And look at all those accessories you're getting for your money. Many, many hands. And there ends the news. I do, however, have a small amount of non-toy bonus content news to add, which is this. So Boss Fight Studios are doing a board game, Saurozoic Warriors Arena battle game. This popped up and I thought it was quite interesting. Launching soon on Kickstarter. If you're into your board games, I quite like board games, but probably not enough to go on a Kickstarter. But it does look cool. And I do have a Saurozoic Warrior figure, which is very good. Dice rolling battle game you have here. Master your dice, battle for glory, and conquer the arena. There it is. So you can see you get your little single colour figures. And your board and cards and everything. And if you sign up for notifications, you can get a special exclusive pre-launch follower card. There you go. So if you are interested in this in any regard, you can visit arena.bossfightstudio.com for more information. There you go. I'm not advertising that. I just thought it was interesting. It sounds like an advert. Right. And then we can move on and do some pickups next. Why not?
Gotta pick it up.
So I will take that down for now. Shall we invite our guest to do some pickups first, Mr. Bisto Yeti?
Okay, sure.
What you got?
So Kapow had a bit of a sale on, and they're still throwing stuff in there. And there's this 3-0 G2 Megs. It was an absolute bargain of a price. So part of their MDLX series, non-transforming Transformers, but it just looks Megs running his vibrant green and purple camo. And yeah, it just looks the part. His eyes look, you won't be able to see it, but like the red on his eyes and stuff is great. And like with all the 3-0 stuff, they put all the kind of detail work in there. I always love how they do Transformers spines. They, And then when you articulate, bits of the spines get revealed and stuff like that. It's just really is just a joyful amount of paint and detail that goes into them. So I picked that up. Also picked up another couple of things I haven't had a chance to unbox yet. One is Beast Wars Scorponok.
Ooh, nice.
The re-release of the original. So the nice Beast Wars repo box art with a Kenner sign on there as well. So because Beast Wars were released under the Kenner belt, and I also got the Marvel Legends Gameverse Thanos and Psylocke. This wasn't in the sale, but
Psylocke looks very good.
yeah. It's a lot of money for a Psylocke figure, and maybe this big guy as well.
And a bonus Thanos.
Yeah, and a bonus Thanos. He's that weighs down half the package like that. But yeah, so there's that. I got something yesterday, but we might save that for the discussion.
Oh, fair enough. Sounds good. All right, who would like to go next?
I didn't. Next. Oh, that's you. Oh, go on, you go next.
I was gonna say, I didn't pick anything up, but a Kickstarter just got funded, so that just dropped money out of my account.
Yeah.
So no toys for a good few weeks for me. Volume 3 of Total Action Force.
Oh.
We just get news about what you're going to be getting.
Yeah.
Just teasing everyone.
Here's my list of pre-orders.
Here's a little tease. All right. Do you want to go next, Lee?
Go on then. Why not? Why not? So today I went. Last week I went to my local charity shop. And I picked up 2 little things from the box. One of which is Turtle, which is Donatello. So that was a nice little. Apparently, it's the best turtle. I don't know. I don't really see much into it. I might paint it orange early. And the other one was this little fella, the Rescue Bots Optimus Prime Dinosaur.
Rescue Bots are fantastic toys, aren't they?
I mean, look at that. Done.
I mean, I'm not saying they're great adult collectibles or anything, but toys, they're fantastic toys.
That's look, even just a little rah. It makes me want to get. I want to do a black one now. They never did a black one. I would look good in black.
Well, get on the phone. Sort them out, Lee.
How cool though would it have been if they got David Cage to voice Optimus? That's a callback to Transformers Animated and Beast Wars.
Yeah.
So, well, they didn't think of that. They didn't think about what they'll do for series for 2 or 3, whatever the series came in. But I also picked up a masterpiece, which is very rare for me. That I think it's called Dark Amber Leo Prime on the box, but it's black Leo combo in it, which is actually quite nice. There he is with the legacy. Is it legacy this one? Yeah.
Can't remember.
Can't remember. Don't care about so yeah. He's very
shiny.
Very shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Transformation's a bit fiddly, but I'm not a big fan that legs hanging off the arms. But no, it's another black prime from my collection, and it's not a truck. But I'll tell you what is a truck. Thank you from Andy from Transformers the Show. allowed me to purchase this lovely piece. It is the new animated Nemesis Prime.
Ooh.
Lovely.
It is very good. The shiny axe and the just
You
nice.
can't go wrong with a Black Prime.
There you go, Lee.
There you go. Thanks, Dave. You always know what to do. So yeah, that was my pickups, and I'm very happy with them. Very happy indeed.
Right. That will just leave me. I also have not picked up any toys this time around. However, I have picked up a non-toy, which is quite cool and might be of interest, which is this Neo Geo Super Pocket,
Wow.
which comes pre-installed with 14 arcade classics from SNK and is a decent bit of kit, which I have here. It's very nice black finish with a gold surround on the screen. And as the name suggests, Super Pocket, it is indeed pocketable and very portable. You can take it around and play games on the go. I already have the Capcom version of this, and I actually prefer this because of the games. They have actually as well, because this is newer, they've slightly improved the D-pad on it. So it's more tactile. You get a better feel from the D-pad. It's good. Very good games. 14 games. I've played all of them. There's only one of them that I really don't like, which is Soccer Brawl. But the rest of them, fantastic. We've got Fatal Fury Special, Sengoku 3, and various other games on there.
That's really good if you can get that many games that you like out of a system.
Yeah,
really good.
And you can add more games by getting Evercade cartridges, and they're compatible with it. So it's good. It's a good little thing. £50 that costs, so it's a decent thing for your money. And Neo Geo games, famously expensive back in the day, so I had no experience of them growing up. So it's nice to be able to go back and actually get to play some of those games that I might have liked to have had a go on when I was young, but didn't get the chance to. I just read about them in magazines. So that's very cool.
To interact with the chat, in answer to Andy, no, I'm not growing my hair out. I've had it all cut off. And I've now got like a slightly different haircut, Andy. Thanks for paying attention.
I don't know if you can read. That's the games it comes with. So it's Alpha Mission 2, Blazing Star, Fatal Fury Special, King of Monsters 2, Last Resort, Metal Slug X, Mutation Nation, Overtop, Samurai Showdown 2, Sengoku 3, Shock Troopers Second Squad, Soccer Brawl, which is not very good, The Last Blade, and Top Hunter Roddy and Cathy. There you go. 13 great games and one that's not good.
It's not my dartboard, I'm afraid. I'm in my children's playroom. It's theirs. Some of my toys are in here, obviously, but
And it says he can't see you hurt your bloody
Andy's
cat.
very interested in Rudy's. It's bordering on obsession.
It's lovely. Boost my self-esteem.
I'm just letting you know as well. I had a bit of cut as well this week, Andy. If you want to throw a bit of bucky proud my way,
take it out of the box, Gareth. It's good. All right, cool. Well, thank you for sharing your pickups, everyone. We'll move on to the next thing, which is a segment we like to call Blast from the Past. This one, I'm going to hand over to Mr. Rudy Zizou. What you got for us this time, Rudy?
So we have got the Great Universal Catalogue from 1985.
Ooh.
So yeah, this is a UK catalogue, not one I was familiar with, but I feel it's in the vein of the Grattan catalogue and Freeman's. But yeah, I was unaware that this was a catalogue. And obviously in 1985, the boom of converting robot toys was there. So you get a double page spread of GoBots and Transformers, but they've snuck in a few other things that I just thought looked really, really cool. Everybody knows about GoBots and Transformers, so I reckon we focus on what was kind of surrounding it. And when you look at it, there we go, the Andro base. So this is literally a playset to use for your GoBots and Transformers, which looks absolutely incredible. If I'd have known this existed, I would have been like, Mum, Dad, can I have like a playset? The fact that it's like £15, it's incredible. It looks like a space garage, a space petrol station. It's really cool, and it fits obviously all, you know, the smaller sized GoBot figures. I just thought it's incredibly cool. That top bit's probably like cardboard.
Yeah, it's got to be.
But yeah, Andro base. And then next to it, you've kind of got some Godaikin figures, which were Bandai. As I said, you know, the boom for converting robot toys was huge in 1985, and I just know toy shops were getting whatever they could that was a transforming robot toy. So yeah, you've got Vavilos Winged Robot, and you've got Robot Dynaman. All three of those are Godaikin, and they're incredible.
The Andro-based carrying case looks cool.
Yeah. So look, yeah, it looks like a spaceship or starfighter, and then opens up, and it's multi-platforms. Looks like it's got like stairs, and just really, really cool. Again, just a budget price ish for a full playset. The Dynaman, just to go back, I saw one of these in an auction a few, maybe 2 months ago. A boxed one went for like £500. Yeah. It converts into loads of different like things. It's obviously incredible, but super rare. But yeah, I don't really remember seeing much other converting robot toys apart from Transformers and GoBots. But yeah, this is a UK catalogue, so they were there. And here we come on to Transformers. The best thing about this page, though, is the fact that they've not called Optimus Prime. They've called it Leader Truck. But they've called Skywarp.
Right.
And we got Big Jet, but in the description, they call him Jetfire.
Mom, can I get Leader Truck?
Yeah. Oh, I'm desperate for Leader Truck. How expensive is Jetfire then? $29.99 in 1995. That's pretty pricey, I think. But then again, it's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Bandai, because it's not actually Hasbro, is it? It's a Bandai toy. But you do got a lot, don't you, with the with Jetfire, all that equipment, all that die cast, 155 scale.
He is a big jet.
Yeah, I never had Jetfire as a kid. I know people that didn't. It's a big toy, but yeah, £30. And then here we go, Leader Gun.
Yeah, I want Leader Gun.
And then the other hilarious thing about this page is Dinobot Triceratops. Who's Dinobot? Or
in the small print, it's just called Dinobot. They're not even consistent.
No. Hilarious. But yeah, it's a great piece of nostalgia to look back on. And it's nice to see both the GoBots and Transformers share a page.
There we go. And then we got this.
So let's get everybody involved. Can you please choose your favourite bedspread from the 1985 Argos catalogue in the chat? And you three guys. And your reasons why.
Slightly more close-up views. Yeah. So there's the first four.
So you've got Transformers, Thundercats, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Thomas the Tank Engine, She-Ra, the Princess of Power, Postman Pat, My Little Pony, Skinny and Bony, and the Care Bears. I'm going Thundercats. I'm all in on a Thundercats bedspread.
I think I had that Transformers bedstead.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had a lot of Transformers. I had not many Transformers toys, but I had Transformers wallpaper and lampshade and bedding. But I think of them, the Thundercats is actually my favourite one.
Yeah, I like the Thundercats one. I like the blue and white grid though from the Thundercats duvet set. It's
I am
very
tempted. I am tempted by that Thomas the Tank Engine one.
it's very homely, I feel.
Mm,
That Thomas would keep me awake. It's the face.
right.
The dedication though on Postman Pat is they've done the pillowcase as a letter. As somebody
Right.
who has studied design for many years and has it as a degree, the aesthetic of having the pillowcase, the juxtaposition of a pillowcase next to his van is very good. There we go. And of course,
Mhm.
if anybody chooses My Little Pony or Care Bears, you're a sissy. Because they're for girls.
Right. I'm gonna go Transformers because
Not really. I
am.
watched every single show that
I
is
mean,
here.
I like Transformers. It's like Optimus Prime is coming in to give you a hug, isn't he? Like, but I don't know. I think the Care Bears one might be the most conducive one to actual sleep. It looks the comfiest one with the cloud cushions. The
Castle shades.
Yeah. But no, let's go Transformers.
I also like that the bedside table has the relevant toy. They've really thought
That
about
is a
it.
nice touch. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
All right.
Yeah, so that was our blast from the past from 1985.
That was our blast from the past.
What can I say? I'm a blast from the past.
Oh, we're whizzing through the show tonight. We'll finish this and go down the pub.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Wait until we get into that discussion.
Yeah, wait till we get to the discussion.
yeah.
All right, next is Pick Your Own. Lee, do you want to tell us about Pick Your Own? This was
Well,
your choice.
Pick Your Own, the way I described it when I was asked, was a toy that we got. What we thought was shit, but it turned out to be actually good. And then I realised not many people buy toys that they think are shit. So what we decided to go for is toys that are better than what we thought they would be. Yes.
Right, jolly good. So let's talk about that. Shall I kick off?
You can't kick off.
Aye, go on.
Who are
So
you kicking off with? Who are you kicking off with?
I will just do my main one, and then I've got a couple of honourable mentions, which I'll save till the end. So my main choice is this. It is Universe Storm Surge. And all my choices really are things that I picked up cheaply. And so I bought them on a whim. I don't tend to buy more expensive things on a whim. I'm quite careful with my money. I think about what I'm buying before I buy it. So the more expensive stuff, I expect it to be of a certain standard, and generally it is, because I've done a bit of research. This I managed to pick up cheaply at a rollout roll call a few years ago. There was a guy selling off his whole collection, and he'd just taken a table there, and he was selling everything for low prices. And this was part of a 2-pack in the Transformers universe line, although it was originally released back in the 2007 movie line on its own as well. Exactly the same figure. And he's just really cool. He turns into a hovercraft. He's got these weird claws instead of hands. And he does come with a gun. He's basically a repaint of a Cybertron toy. So he comes with, I think it was Short Round in Cybertron. He comes with this Cyber Key as well. And then he's got little Sector 7 logos on him. I think. And yeah, I love his proportions, the way he's kind of really thin in the middle and got a wide chest. And then he's got the knees with the fan bits on and everything. And he's just a cool looking little figure. Looks really neat and tidy in his alt mode as well. It's just simple and fun to transform, which is kind of what you want a Transformer to be. Just something that you can have some fun with. And yeah, he's really, really good. So that's my choice. Because when I bought him, it was something that I bought on a whim, which, as I say, I don't do very often. And I thought this will just be a little bit of fun. And I turned out liking him even more. So yes, very, very good. Who would like to go next?
I can go next. So the toy that has no right to be as good as it is Beast Wars Cyber Shark. I didn't experience Beast Wars toys until I was much older. I had no idea how incredible they are, and it has no right to be as good as it is. It's completely hidden in shark mode. Its head turns into a shield, and his fin turns into like a melee weapon, a crunching weapon, and it's got like metallic paint all over it. It has missiles that can kind of shoot out of his body. I had no idea that it was going to be this much fun. So yeah, a missile comes out of the top. In it goes. And I won't ping it off because I know I'll lose it in my child toy room. So yeah, and then it's got really fine detail of the insides of a shark's body. It's all kind of recessed, and yeah, no idea that this was going to be so much fun. And it all happened because my son asked for a robot shark toy for Christmas. And he wasn't that fussed on it, so it became part of my collection. Because it's generally way better than it should be. Absolutely incredible.
Happy memory.
Indeed.
Ungrateful child, give it here.
He much preferred the rescue vehicles that turned into dinosaurs that combined together.
Right.
A robotic shark was boring, apparently.
Yeah, that's a good choice. That's a good one.
I'll save my
Lee,
honourable
you still
mention
with
as
us?
well.
Okie dokie. You want to go next, Bisto, or want me to go next?
Yeah, I can go. I'm just going to, Rudy, this is I love Cyber Shark. I've had Cyber Shark since he was like, he came out. If you take his melee weapon and stick it under the hand where he has his shield and put it flat rather than in that way, it makes a bigger shield.
So it gets even better. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and then you can take his missiles. You can put one on the top of his hand and one on the bottom of his hand to give him to like fully Spartan him out as a like.
Okay, bear with caller.
Yeah,
Let's make this happen.
You can hold his missiles as well as kind of
like a bow staff.
Yeah.
School time with Mr. Bisto.
Sorry, I'm just.
Oh my God, Sparta! Welcome, Sparta. Huh? Hang on.
Yeah, because he's got that like Spartan face, as it like he's angry. Like,
considering he's like a good guy, he's a Maximus, isn't he?
I just imagine him just kicking people down wells. You know.
I feel like I'm under pressure.
That's all right. Yeah. That's
Welcome to Sparta. And there's his face.
Yeah.
Make it Bisto.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this went from like a 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of a 10. And I didn't even know this. This is why we have guests on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wicked.
Mm-hmm. Right. I will. I'll go. I'll tell you about our Lord and Savior.
Oh, yes.
Thunderhoof. There's just obviously at the time the Robots in Disguise line was kind of considered the shitty cousin to the main line, and the warrior class were subpar to deluxe class. But I wanted a Thunderhoof because one, we'd not had many tractors. It was an evil tractor with a big stag head. And I thought, yeah, what's not to like about this guy? So I thought, I'll get him. He's going to be a bit of a naff figure because he's part of the kid line. It is bloody decent. The transformation is really interesting because, well, we're not many tractors, so we don't really have a kind of a brain kind of already gone. Oh, this is how tractors transform. So You know, he's got a few tricks and things that you don't normally see. He's got a cool gun. Yeah, I say cool transformation. Just the entire concept of him having that big stag's head and his hoofs. An amazing round of articulation and just even the slight metallic speckling of the blue plastic. Just all in all makes a fantastic figure.
That is a fantastic toy.
Yeah.
The Rid 15 toy line in general is very, very good. I would go so far as to say it was like the last great toy line aimed at kids outside of Rescue Bots, which is for young kids.
I always thought that 2015 is very symbiotic, as in like the toys and the show worked so beautifully.
Yeah,
you know, they really thought about how we're gonna maximize like the selling potential of the toy.
Like I said, they were good toys as well, weren't they?
There were. I bought loads of them for my daughter. They're in her room, so I can't go and get them. But yeah, very cool.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn, Lee.
It's my turn, right? Well, what I chose.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Is the Mickey Mouse Transformers crossover figure, which I bought from TF Nation this year, and of course I went and got the black one because.
Are you making this a thing that every episode this toy is on?
Yeah. Got to get Mickey in there. Are we sponsored by Disney?
Hey, getting the big bucks in here. Getting the big bucks.
You're getting Disney sponsorship.
Disney sponsor. It worked for Marvel. It could work for us.
It did indeed.
But this, when I first saw it, pictures of it, I'm thinking it looks crap. It looks stupid. And then I saw it in person. Thought it looks smaller than what it does on screen. And I ended up buying it because it's actually a load of fun. I've actually had a load of fun messing with it because it's so easy to transform. You got a little Mickey on the top. That visor can flip up and down. You got a little truck mode. The grey, and I love how the grey and the black just looks together. Looks wonderful. You got Mickey driving it, which when you flip up the grill bit, he disappears for some daft reason to get on the head, I suppose. The back of the door's open, which looks great. And it comes in a load of different colours as well for your needs. You can get it in the Optimus Prime, Mickey colours, Christmas colours, or even Halloween.
I wonder if that was Sentinel Mouse.
Oh. Yeah. There's a moose loose in the hoose. Yeah, it's very good. And there's the little guy himself. It's just a full little. It's just like you can open the doors, and that's just one of those simple gimmicks that just adds a bit of value. And the transformation is great. Today I've just been sat and watching TV, just flicking it back and forward all day. So you can just easily transform it.
Gareth's not a fan.
He's not having any of it.
You don't know what you're talking about, Gareth. I bet if it glowed in the dark, I bet you would say something different then, wouldn't you? Just
cool.
say.
Right, just be quiet, Gareth. We're humouring him, all right?
Yeah, humour. There you go, little mouse. And you can even give him roller skates.
Nice.
As long as you're having fun, Lee, that's the main.
Hours of fun. Hours of fun. Look, like I said, toys that we thought was shit, and then they turned out to be quite good. That's what I went for.
There you go.
So, Gareth, you're complaining. Give it a go. You might like it. There's plenty of colours. If you don't like the mouse, you can always get the duck. But, Gareth.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Moving on.
Clearly, you have. Shall we do some honourable mentions? I've got a couple. In the vein of stuff I picked up cheap and it ended up feeling worth more than I paid for it, basically. I've got a 2012 Donatello. Lee's got one as well. No, he's got a different Donatello. Make me big, Lee. Make me big.
Easy, Tiger.
Yeah, that's the Donatello from the 2012 toy line to accompany the series. Very cool figure, nicely articulated, got a really good feel to him in hand as well. A nice texture on the skin. And a lovely expression on the face. I do like him. And again, he was an eBay purchase, didn't cost me a lot of money. Bought him on a bit of a whim because I'd decided I was going to start collecting Donatellos. So I thought, I'll get that one because it's not a lot of money. Why not? And yeah, very cool. Nice and posable for what he is. And looks really good, actually, on the shelf. And then a really random one. When I went to Nerd Base, I got this Warriors of Virtue Mosley. And he was in box, £6. I'd bought a few higher priced items that I really liked, and I thought I'll get something silly to take away. It'll be a nice memory of the day out because I've gone there with friends, and I thought, yeah, give it a go. Why not? And then when I got home and took him out of the box, he's actually not a bad figure at all.
He's no Willy Beast, though, is he?
He's not. But he's got some nice details to him. Nice, again, lovely feel in hand, and a nice bit of paint on the head sculpt and stuff. So definitely feels worth more than £6. Basic articulation. He does have a waist swivel under here, which is nice.
4 POA.
He's got 6 points of articulation, actually. Yeah. Because the legs go backwards and forwards. He's got a waist swivel, head swivel, and the arm, the shoulders. And he did lead to my friend Gav purchasing and gifting me the mighty Willy Beast, the bovine Jesus himself, after this. But this is where it started, with this really random pickup. And yeah, he's a nice little figure. I do like him. So that's my honourable mentions. Anybody else?
If we're talking about £6 bargains, my honourable mention is going to go to, I don't even remember what line it was. Is it Transformers Legacy?
Yeah, Legacy, that one.
£6. I know this is why it's an honourable mention, because Soundwave, because he's a cuboid, it's going to be decent because you don't have to worry about anything else. But for £6, it's incredible. It comes with a tiny little laser beak inside. And it's just got tons of articulation. It looks exactly like Soundwave. It transforms completely into its tape cassette, and everything stores away. The only downside is his feet in alt mode. Bargain of TFN 2003 was that?
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
That's the thing. When you don't spend a lot of money, that is when you can feel like you're getting something out of it if it ends up being really good. Some nice little bargains.
Yeah, I've got one. So I think it was TF Nation purchase. I think this is one of the pre-COVID ones. Wilderness was selling off some Transformers, and it had the crossovers Captain America, which I'd always kind of had my eye on, but I always knew that these Marvel crossovers had a reputation for being a bit naff. So I didn't ever want to pay full price for. And then when I got it in hand, it's just the heroic proportions, the articulation, just the head sculpt and like all the the Captain America kind of scale details that's translated into kind of corrugated iron on the actual vehicle. It's just really cool. And the way that the spare tire kind of pops out to be his shield. I think he's just such
That's
a really
clever.
kind of clever and well kind of thought out crossover figure from a time when crossovers weren't really well thought of. So I was really surprised at how much this figure endeared me to it.
That was designed as a toy, wasn't it? That was designed for a child that likes both Marvel and Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
Big, chunky, play value. I like the wingtips.
Yeah.
Really cool.
But yeah, that's my honourable mention.
Good old
Any more honourable mentions, or are we done?
I think we're done.
Cool. Right. In that case, we'll move on to the final segment of the show, our discussion.
What, Mickey Mouse?
Why is
Mickey
that
Mouse time.
Hold on. It's because you didn't remove that first. It's fine.
Oh, that's it. You blame it on me.
How about chat? How about chat? Right. So our discussion this evening is the other guys digging for indie toy gold. We're going to be talking about smaller toy brands, many of which will have started life on Kickstarter, which seems to be the home for this sort of thing. We all know about the big boys, the Hasbros and the Mattels of the world, but there are a plethora of other companies out there on a smaller scale making some really fantastic toys and action figures. So we're going to talk about that now. I do have a slideshow of various things that I found on Kickstarter, which we can get to at the end, but I think we've all brought some things to do a bit of a show and tell with as well. So we kick that off. Shall we let Bisto start us off with a bit of a show and tell time?
Right. Where shall I start? Should we go Transformers adjacent, shall we? The company called Toy Notch, I believe, who produced this line called Astrobots. So I've got a few Astrobots that, and these are kind of heavily rumored to actually be MMC, who do third-party Transformers.
These are the ones that Simon Furman wrote books for, yeah?
Someone wrote a comic for.
Yeah.
So this is like Apollo. Again, it's just he's got some like really kind of crazy cool articulation. I think this is like an exclusive colorway with this cool green and purple. So he's like he's the main character of the books. We've got Athena. There's a naming convention here. They're all kind of Greek kind of inspired ones. So she's got like they have like at least two standard bodies that they kind of like remold and do, put extra bits on to, distinguish between characters. Again, loads of articulation. So these are just kind of robots. They're not Transformers. And then this is how far they kind of push it. Where if you look at Apollo, and then this is like Hyperion, who has like the Apollo body, and then this entire kind of mech extra set of arms and big bulkier legs to kind of be more of a kind of powerhouse and do some extra punching.
It kind of reminds me a bit of the Lego Ninjago stuff.
Yeah, right. But yeah, he's got these big old arms. I kind of love. They've got like there's something there that kind of looks like it's
piston.
Like a jet piston or even a jet to make him punch harder. I think they do have some lights and stuff in there, but I've not got batteries installed. But yeah, that's kind of this line. So well worth looking up, and they've kind of just done their own thing and released stuff. When it comes out, it comes out. There's no kind of Kickstarter or stuff. I think Kapow stock them and other toy companies like Show's Head Store as well. So that's those. What are they in the mood for? Do we want some? Shall I do some plunderlings?
Oh, go on then.
We want plunderlings. So plunderlings, they were a Kickstarter. So the first Kickstarter was for the plunderling line. These sets of goblin action figures. This is Idol. He's the king of them. He's got a crown and a goblet. Cool. Yeah, and he's just this big his little gold goblin. And so those came out, and they've done various ones of those. Have I got any kind of line around? No. But then they did the Plunder Long and the Plunder Strong Kickstarter, which came out. So this is a Plunder Long. So he's like a little taller goblin, thinner, grumpier. This is forgotten what's this guy's name? I think he's just called Wrench, maybe. But he's got a little orange guy with a big monkey wrench and a peg leg. So yeah, they've got these kind of cool little things. So they've got lots of swappable heads and faces and stuff like that. And then the Plunder Strongs are the bigger, kind of more orcish dudes. So yeah, again, he's kind of massive compared to the other ones, and he's got like this, articulation on the chest, so you can have him like that, be big and kind of tall. But if you can really like push that down and bring the head up, if you want him more stooped. So we've got some like cool articulation and can kind of like between the figures. We've got magnetic hats that you can swap around and stuff. So
I do like the use of magnets for the accessories.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's got a big bit of meat. That's,
and they've also
they're all pirate themed. Yeah,
they've teased that the next ones are going to be Plunder Beaks and Plunder Frogs.
Yeah,
that they haven't shown any off properly.
Yeah,
they look like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and like quirkiness to have in a collection.
They are kind of like they don't really fit in with anything else. A lot of other stuff with the kind of the indie toy stuff, you can kind of get away with adding it to different toy lines. This stuff, Plunderlings, is on its own. Although I do have the Land Shark from Masters of the Universe that I use as a transport vehicle for my Plunderlings to travel around in, because it looks, all the garish colours of the Land Shark kind of look cool with the
I'm definitely interested in around Plunderling.
Yeah.
They've been on my radar for a little while. I haven't got round to getting any. I think I might wait for the frog ones.
Yeah.
And see how they turn out.
I could go for some Boss Fight Studio stuff. We want some Boss Fight Studio stuff? Yeah.
I like a bit of Boss Fight Studio.
Yeah. So I think Boss Fight Studios are a strange one, because I think they are on the cusp of going from a small toy company to being just a toy company, like a medium-sized one, like a Jada and and all those, because the amount of licenses, etc., that they're getting means that they're kind of you can search Amazon and find Boss Fight Studio stuff on there now. Don't have as many. So they do have these. They started off doing like 3 3/4 stuff, and they could customizable blanks. So just have a silver blank here. I think, and they've done some trying to think. I don't have any of the. They started off doing like a Greek and Roman kind of based figures, and then they've gone fantasy, which fantasy for 3 3/4 here. The first like Roman ones, the Greek ones were Kickstarters and then released in waves. Then done the fantasy one. They did a Kickstarter for 3 3/4 sized horses. I got a horse that's painted up in very much Day of the Dead kind of colours. Because why not?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. I'm not, things are scattered around. I was like, where I put all the bridles and reins? I don't know. Because some of the license they've got, I did get a Frog Warrior from Bucky O'Hare. So, again, very cool. Boss fight shields. And with this, there's also like an alternate head where you can give it the cap and rather than the helmet. So you can really kind of troop build these.
I have that in the like the animation colors. I thought mine's blue, I think. But yeah, it comes with like a helmet and a cover.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can really kind of.
I've mentioned it before. Is like boss fight make their card backs resealable.
Yeah. So they are collector friendly.
Indeed, that's what I think. Some smaller companies just take that extra step.
So this is another pickup that we didn't mention because I thought I'd mention it now. I got the Red Sonja, which is another license that they've got. So again, we can see they've got this kind of, you can fold this all back up and seal the box, should you wish. And it also, with
so
this
is that
one,
their larger Red Sonja? Because they've done a few.
Yeah, this is these are called hacks, which is let's get the, we need glasses now. I'm telling you. Highly articulated character kit system. So the idea is you can pull all these apart and stick them back together in different ways. So you can make them interchangeable. And so this is the epic hacks, which is to fit in with the 6-inch figures. And I think this is like the first one that's come out of those. So yeah, it comes with like loads of accessories, a couple of heads, and stands like this. So
it's very cool.
Yeah,
They're also
cool.
doing like a more basic 5.5-inch style, classic style action figures of Red Sonja and Conan as well. That I'm quite interested in.
So it's got loads of articulation, nice butterfly. The main problem with this figure is, I've got her on the stand at the moment, is that in terms of action figure, they've done a floating. We love a loincloth, but they've done this floating loincloth, and it just pushes up too easily, and they've not given her any pants. So it's I'll just get you banned from YouTube, but no, there's nothing there.
So we could do that ourselves.
Action, she's an action figure. She's smooth around the bend.
With boss fight,
yeah.
What I love that they've done is obviously with the horses. The Vitruvian hacks, Mighty Steeds.
Yeah.
They've designed those so they can use them with other figures, other toy companies. I think it's a really clever idea for anyone who's like a fan, like the Phantom fan, buy a white horse to then have your neck a Phantom figure on there. Smaller companies sometimes just think that little bit extra and give it the things that you need.
Yes.
Because toy collecting is really, really difficult.
Boss Fight have done some of the Defenders of the Earth figures as well, haven't they?
I feel like they have the Boss Fight have the King license.
Yeah.
King distribution or whoever does.
Well, they've got Garfield, they've got Popeye, they've got Strawberry Shortcake, they've got Max and Sam. Is it Sam and Max?
Sam and Max.
Yeah, Yeah. So yeah, that's to say they are transitioning to just being a medium-sized company now. The amount of licenses they're pulling in, you can buy the products on Amazon. It's kind of it's yeah, but they
And
have
since
from humble
we're on Boss
beginnings.
Fight, I'll show one of
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
So I showed this on the last show. I picked this up last time, but this is Saurozoic Warriors Colleague Ship Breaker with a P, and he is very, very cool and fantastic figure that I did not have to soak in hot water to articulate, which is always a bonus.
Yeah.
And yeah, just a nice chunky Brontosaurus and nice paint details and everything on him, and lovely accessories. Really fantastic. Just a great figure. Great colours. Looks fabulous on display. This is a completely original IP that Boss Fight have done, and I was like, I'm just going to get one of those because it's a bit different and it's a bit cool. And now I'm starting to think I might get more.
Yeah.
Because I really do like it. Whoops, I've just knocked his helmet off. Never mind.
Bathing toys are part of the
superb.
whole experience.
Is bathing toys or bathing with toys? That's the
Either or.
yeah. Because
Just
it does
think,
look
you know,
like
you
it'd be
get
good
in
in
the
a
bath.
bath.
You
That's
put
going to be our
Mr.
spin-off.
Yeah.
You put your Mr. Matey in, and then you just think, do you know what? I'm going to put my neck of Doc Brown just in for a little bathe. Loosen up them joints. So I don't
Candles.
break my
James
£40
Brown.
toy the first time I try and pose it. It's like when you smell a CD before you put it in the machine. That's full experience.
Yeah, Gareth
What?
made a comment that he said he doesn't consider them an indie toy company anymore, which you sort of alluded to as well, Bisto. It's interesting, like where's the line drawn?
Yeah.
I think it is a bit kind of in the eye of the beholder as to what you consider to be.
They still have their own IPs that they're pushing, but they do, they have got a lot of brands. And like I say, is it the Amazon test? Is that if you can buy a product, if you can buy the figures on Amazon, are they no longer indie? If you don't have to go to extreme lengths to buy them, are they?
I don't know, but they're definitely not a Hasbro or Mattel. So
no,
they're probably somewhere in the middle now. All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to show us, Bisto?
Oh yeah.
You've got plenty of stuff there, haven't you?
Oh yeah. I've got.
You're just leading this discussion. You've got it.
Right,
that's
so
fine. We can just relax over here.
I don't know if you might have some slides of these to show after I've put these because we've got Spiro Toys, Animals of the Warrior Kingdom.
Hey,
so
what?
they do these absolutely fantastic range of. They've got their own fiction for them, and it's this best kind of like retro toy line of a cartoon series that never existed when you were a kid, but could have done. So we've got this kind of hyena guy who's in that G2 kind of colors with the the purple and the blue turquoise. This is really Fade. He's the leader of the bad guys. He's a chimpanzee. Looks pretty vicious. Got this gold armor, and again, the articulation is fantastic. The sculpt work and the paint. And these started off. They did the first Kickstarter. They were doing 3 3/4 figures. So I got this is the oh god, I can't remember his name now. But he's the main hero. I can never remember the heroes' names. Someone with chat help me out. Or maybe he's called Fade.
So do you actually get the story with them?
No,
or is it a separate book?
No, I have no idea what the story is.
Right.
Just know that this guy, maybe he's called Fade because he's an albino. He's an albino monkey. I don't know.
I didn't realise it started as 3 3/4. I always thought it started off as
Yeah, they did a couple of Kickstarters at this level, and to be honest with you, while they were good, they never kind of matched the artwork. And then when we did the 6-inch Kickstarter, I was like, yeah, no, I'm in for that because these. So I did the first Kickstarter for this size, then didn't really get any more after that. But then when they did these, I was like, yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. So they've got like a nice big Catman, and it's a lot of it is it's the same sculpt, but they have different bits of armor, or the color of the armor differently, or slightly different ways that they can just push that kind of same sculpt or book in different directions to make completely different characters, which is one of the challenges of like an indie toy company. Is like we want to minimize the amount of mold work we have to do, but maximize our output of how many characters and stuff that we can make from that and still make it distinct and not make it boring. And I think Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, or AWOC, do a really good job of that balance between when to start adding extra new pieces and new sculpt work, just to kind of get that going. So I don't know if you did have any slides on those, or
I think they're right at the end of the slideshow, but some of their newer figures. So we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that.
Shall we? Has anyone else got any figures they want to?
Give me a break for a second.
Rudy, you ready?
Yeah, I can go.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of companies that I want to talk about, because some of the indie companies that are slowly getting bigger and bigger, I still class as indie, but they are making, what makes them indie is just the fact that they are bringing us toys that the bigger toy companies like Hasbro and Mattel are not doing, or they've just started to do, or they just have let their hold over a name lapse. So I'm a big fan of Ramen Toys, and when they started doing Centurions, or what they call 80s Commanders, these things are incredible now. When they first started, they were a Kickstarter to get the first 3, and then their production of value and how they make stuff is so much better now with Antagonist Cyborg, which we all know it's hacker, but it still does exactly the same functions as what you had as a toy as a kid, but now in 6-inch scale, as opposed to the 8-inch scale when they first came out. And they're just beautifully homaging kind of stuff that we had as a kid, and going deep and rich on the artwork and the bios. But I still think Ramen Toys is still quite an indie company, and I love how they're they've given us Brave Star, they've given us Centurions, they're giving us an 18 van, they're doing their own mask stuff. They gave us a shark, a toy that was never made. They're Makina Labs. I just think it's one hell of an indie company that's just doing toys correctly, or kind of just being transparent. If they've made a mistake, they're pretty open about it. Ace goes live on Facebook and just interacts with fans and just says, I'm a small. It used to be just a couple of guys, and their transparency is really good. They made a mistake. They own up to it. They said, we're going to fix this. Which you don't get with some of the bigger companies. That's what I love about indie companies. And then a couple of the other ones. Valaverse started as a Kickstarter with their first couple of figures. Obviously, Hasbro let the Action Force license go. Again, Valaverse give you something that you'd never think you would get, and that is an action figure of a YouTuber. So if anybody who doesn't know Desert Rat, that is Tony from Analog Toys. He was actually a UK British soldier before he was a toy reviewer, a YouTuber on And then obviously because they let the Action Force name go, Alaverse went in because he used to work for Hasbro and was just like, yep, they've left. They've lost that name. And we get original kind of inspired art packaging, how Action Force used to be back in the early 80s, just deep and rich with kind of homages to how toys once were, with a bio card, other figures in the line. You don't get that so much now with toys. When you go on the back of the card back and you'd see what other figures were in the wave. I always thought that was an excellent thing to do for an independent company. And then if we're talking about really obscure companies, so Evolution Toys or Dynamite Action gave me something that I never thought I would ever get, and that is a big Die-X from my favorite like puppet show of the 80s, which is Starfleet. I never thought I'd ever get a toy of this in my life. And again, this kind of alludes to what our pick your own. This toy has no reason to be as good as it is. It's all magnetically modular, so you can pop the legs off and you can put it together to create the 3 different parts that make up the big Die-X. It's absolutely incredible. I have to be really gentle with this because I've played with it so much, but it's a bit loose in places because it's one hell of a toy. But again, it's just a tiny independent company. Well, I think it's an independent company. I reckon it's owned by Bandai. But there we go. There are my thoughts on kind of indie companies and why I buy certain indie company toys. I love Boss Fight as well.
Yeah, Boss Fight. I've got some good stuff, definitely. I've got a couple of other bits. I've shown my Boss Fight thing off.
Yeah.
You make me big, Lee. Yeah, this sort of plays into the conversation really of what is and what isn't indie. And I think these probably aren't indie anymore, but because I'm just dipping my toe into like smaller companies that aren't Hasbro or Mattel or the really big ones. Super 7. These are Super 7 2003 Donatello. Do we still consider Super 7 indie? Probably not. But they're certainly not as mainstream as other things. Yeah, but this is the road I'm going down to, sort of looking now for more and more kind of obscure things rather than just buying up the Hasbro and Mattel stuff off shelves. Joy Toy April O'Neil.
I was going to mention Joy Toy. I couldn't get it down because it's huge. My one of my mechas I got from them. Are they still like an indie one? Because they've picked up some huge licenses, but they make their own IP. Yeah, I love the Joy Toy stuff.
Again, but yeah, really nice, just little 1/18 scale figure. Really well done. So yeah, and then my Boss Fight one that I've already shown. That was it for me for show and tells. Lee, did you have anything to show?
I'll probably always class Joy Toy as an indie company, even though they have Warhammer and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I don't really get much of the small stuff because it's just like I'm limited to what I can actually get. But one thing I do want to mention is, well, like more popular things at the moment is third-party Transformers out there. They're almost big as Hasbro's. So I just wanted to mention this. This one of the third parties I have picked up. It's this old classic from Fans Project, which it's not the original course because the original one was to look like Ultra Magnus and to go with the white prime. But of course, I've got the black one because. But to me, this is sort of the thing that put third-party Transformers on the map for me, and I think for a lot of people, because this is what I think made people think that there might be a bit more to this third party than meets the eye. But yeah, and like I said, it's an add-on armor to go on with this guy, which is the. Let's get it maybe a bit big so you can see that. Hiya, Dave. The classic Optus Prime mold. I've currently not got the armor on just because of trying to figure out what to do. I kind of want to get another one so I can have that and the armor. But for me, it is fan project even still going? Because I don't really hear much about it now. No. All right then. Well,
they made incredible toys though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The project made some.
Yeah, a lot of the designers might be fans' hobby.
But
yeah,
that period of like 2013 to 2018 was like a glorious time for third-party, like independent Transformer companies. The stuff they gave us, some of it was janky as hell, and so it should be because they're learning their craft. But it gave us Tetrajets. The first time ever we got a third-party independent company making Tetrajets, which
it was original as well, wasn't it? It was original. Like these days, it's sort of just rinse and repeat. Oh, here's another Optus Prime.
And when they first started out doing third-party figures, they were still skirting around the ideas that maybe Hasbro might sue them one day.
Yeah.
So they didn't do like full on. They tried to kind of like go, we'll kind of make it look like such a thing. Kind of like, if you squint, and it made them a bit more imaginative. But now they can just go straight off, rip it straight from the cartoon and sculpt it, print it, sell it, and no one's batting an eyelid.
To this day, Fans Project still make one of the greatest toys in my collection, which is Glacial Lord. It's just no other Transformer toy has come close to it since, really, apart from maybe Moon Studios and the Train Bots.
Yeah. I mean, another honourable mention, I mean, this is the tire leaves. Also, sometimes you get cool repaints of figures that you wouldn't normally get, like the Studio Series 86. I know it's not there. I know it's not an original design. It's from Hasbro, but Hasbro didn't do the black one.
I also think Dr. Wu,
10
years ago, that was very independent, making the Rambo kit for Masterpiece G2 Sideswipe.
Yeah.
Just the perfect indie piece to make your Masterpiece Transformer figure better.
What was it? So
it must be incredibly hard to start up your own toy company.
Yeah.
Know what to do, how to fund it. But I think once you get that one under your belt.
Right. Bisto, did you have some more stuff?
Oh, yeah. We've got
some
more in the tank.
Now you've had a little break.
Yeah.
We'll get back to it.
So we'll just have...
get back to work, Bisto.
So just as a rebuttal, here's my Joy Toy, Bebop and Rocksteady. So they used to look pretty cool together. One's got the beatbox, the other's got a two-neck guitar. So they're always should be together. They are the best turtles, even though they're not turtles.
They are cool, Bebop.
They are.
And the Action Force alike. So we've got from Fresh Monkey Fiction. I can't even remember the name of this guy, but he's one of the warriors. He's totally not based on the Red Shadow in black. When I finally got around to getting any of these, all the red ones had unsurprisingly sold out.
Of course they had, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did exactly the same thing.
But it's part of Operation Monster Force from Fresh Monkey Fiction, I believe they're called. But yeah, it's really good figure. Will fit completely within any kind of G.I. Joe Action Force 6-inch display with slightly on par, if not slightly better, sculpt work and paint and articulation. So yeah, they've got some really cool, like futuristic space age blasters as well, backpacks. So, and there's like bags full of tubes and stuff that you connect everything up with, and different head sculpts should you not want to go full on Action Force homage. We can't really talk about indie toys without mentioning Mythic Legions, can we? Who are probably the big cult of indie toys, aren't they? The Legions. So I've got this barbarian woman. I've got many of these goblins, but
You
it's
like
one of the
a goblin,
goblins.
don't you?
I do love a little shitty goblin. So we've got these. I think the sculpt work, the paint, everything on Mythic Legions is absolutely fantastic, but it's starting to show their age. I don't think they've not had yet, and because they've always prided themselves about the interchangeability of the figures, they've not had that leap to current modern engineering standards of articulation. So I think but they're good enough. But it's just sometimes you think, yeah, you're starting to not quite catch up with some of the plucky young upstarts that are coming along behind you.
We all like our loincloth women,
yeah,
Bill.
yeah.
Yep.
So got another one of those and going. I'm gonna have to try and remember the name of this toy company. I'm having a mental. So this
Crikey.
is a big old orc samurai. It's not Fury Planet. Is it Maestro?
Zestray? Is it one of those?
That's
There's a
what
few of them,
say.
isn't there?
It's there's a few of these people who are making big. Let me just give me 1 second. I'll do my research.
Live research.
Live research, because I'm sure I was looking up.
It's absolutely incredible, though.
Yeah, it's like got all the plastic goods. It's got soft goods for the trousers. The pressure's on. Meti Toys with a Z. So they've got a few other things coming up. They are making some shitty goblins, you'll be pleased to know.
Nice.
I have on pre-order. There's also they're making some big two-headed etching type ogres. So I think they are kind of a bit skewed to, is it Warcraft aesthetics? I'm not a Warcraft player, but I think that's kind of that type of thing. We will go to Fury Planets. Fury Planet, they've had a few names. But so this is Veteran William. He's a werewolf. He's a hobo. He's got a shotgun. He's got a trench coat.
What more could you ask for?
Yeah,
Post-apocalyptic werewolves. It's a thing.
Yeah. He's got all this stuff, and he came with a comic book and all that all kinds of great stuff. And he comes also with enough parts. You could take all the bits off with the clothes and just have a full-on, werewolf coming at you. But like I say, in indie toy companies, they need to maximize what they can do with a mold. So this is Blade Master Wang. Wang, he's not Wang. And uses a lot of the same play bits. But he's got different head sculpts. He's got different clothes. He's actually got he's not. So he has plastic legs as well. So basically, it's just to make two completely different characters. And I think there's a third one, a blue lion guy coming out soon. So just paid the price for him. Who again?
Is that the company that are doing the panda one as well?
Yeah,
I've seen a panda one. I'm not sure if
I
it's
think
like-
they're doing a panda one.
Yeah.
I think Meti Toys are also doing some pandas, and because I think they've done some pandas, and I think Meti Toys are also doing a panda because I think pandas are also in Warcraft. We're right. Creative Beast Studios do. Oh, a second, I've lost my horn. I've lost my horn.
What seems to be your boggle?
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit!
He's going all in on the sounds.
Yes.
You're getting all the time.
Leave that keyboard alone.
I'll not be on again.
Hands off the buttons, Lee.
Yeah, they'll not let me on. They'll say, "We want to go to bed, Richard." Like, so, Creative Beast Studios do these articulated dinosaurs. This is a heavy piece of plastic. It should be for the price for a bit. I think they charge a lot, but they do make it's just a solid piece of dinosaur plastic, and it's 3 3/4 scale. So this is actually, so any 3 3/4 figures, this is the actual size of what a Triceratops would be like to them. So, you want a little monkey guy with him. That's how big a Triceratops would be. I think that's brilliant.
That's good.
So that's that. We'll finish off in the world of cyberpunk, shall we?
Go on.
That's Romaniki Toys done Gun Girl Jessica, who's kind of loosely based on Rebecca, one of the characters from the Cyberpunk Edgerunners series, but rather than make a child-looking thing, they've gone for a full actual woman, and there's lots of like different things you can interchange a big metal hands with. And she's got like articulated big old fists, and she will kind of what have I got? So I've got David from the what Cold Toys did, Jada Toys done. So David from Edgerunners, so will look good with other cyberpunk figures. And so that's Romaniki Toys, but they're doing like a mixed bag of stuff. They do a lot of just selling this body mold just as blanks for customizers, but they also do a lot of kind of little side homages. And then last one, guys. Last. Fog Toys. This chap here, this cyberpunk looking lad on his big old bike. So you get the bike and the stand and the guy does slaps around with. So really a cool figure. And again, he'd come off there and will soft goods, articulation, robot arms, kind of hobo-ish looking. Will kind of it's a little bit short, but you know what? The problem we have sometimes with figures is that it just assumes that all humans or all people are the same height when they're not in reality. I'm sure we're all different heights, different sizes, and it's nice sometimes to have a collection of action figures that can reflect that. Anyway, that's me. Any questions?
There we go. I think we chose the right guest for tonight. Definitely brought a lot to the table.
You're the best guest to have on this day.
Some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Yes.
companies I've never even heard of that I just know that when the podcast is finished, I'm gonna be like, okay, so I'm gonna go on Google for the next hour.
Definitely gives me more to look into as I'm dipping my toe into this indie toy swamp or whatever. So I'll show some slides now.
Yeah.
Let's
And
discuss
there are
the incredible
a lot.
slideshow you created.
There are rather a lot, but we'll just skim through them. This is just to show kind of what's out there on Kickstarter, basically various things, and just speak up if there's anything that particularly grabs your attention, I guess. So we've got
anyone
this.
in the chat, just give us your thoughts.
Yeah. So this is from The Edge. This is Blaine in 1/18 scale. This is based on a comic book, and it comes with a one-shot comic as well. And he's a fairly generic-looking superhero type character, but he looks quite cool.
Very Robin.
Yeah.
Is he going to go to Blaine Manor? Yeah.
And there you see his little comic book art, so you can see how he looks in that. And we've got Grindhouse Toys presents World War Hell, again in 1/18 scale. So these are about 4 inches or thereabouts. And this will be their packaging, which is kind of reminiscent of old VHS covers or something.
Video nasties. Love it. It's really cool packaging.
Yeah.
That one looks so cool. Yeah, when you showed me the slideshow, I was like, wow, that's good. I'm a sucker for translucent plastic.
And then they're doing this kind of generic green army man as a little figure, which is quite cool. Because I think most of us probably had the green army men as kids.
Like the depth of like the backstory and what they give to figures is really cool. People really put their heart and soul into these things too.
It's dead. I do like the long gangly arms on this one.
Yeah.
Gin.
Yeah, and they do basically they have to sort of reuse the bodies a lot to try and get the value out of doing it when they do these Kickstarter projects. But then they try and make it.
Mattel have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
The whole premise of Masters of the Universe is the same.
Yeah. That one looks cool.
Yeah,
that's a bit Baxter Stockman kind of thing. Yeah. And a Christmas themed one. And then Brutal Realm, which I have one of the Brutal Realm figures on pre-order. It'll come up in a minute. But I think these look really interesting. Really cool, kind of loinclothy type figures. This is the one I've got on pre-order.
Really cool,
he's got 2 heads, but I'm going to have him with that skull head because I think that looks awesome. And the black axe is amazing. You can't go wrong with the black axe.
Wrong with black axe.
And then these 3 are nameless, but they're generic kind of army building warrior figures. And they've done like a European, African, and Native American army builders. And then Magnus Jakuta Champions 3.75 inch figure. There's a lot of these little independent comic books out there that they're now getting in and doing a figure for their comic book characters. Legends of the Ramayana action figures. Not quite sure what they're doing with the scale, but the description says the figures are between 7 inches and 8.5 inches. So is that 7-inch scale, and some of them are a bit bigger, maybe?
Yeah. So a bit McFarlane in the scale.
A bit McFarlane, a bit.
Yeah.
The Monkey God inspired.
Mm.
And then, yeah, these last two, they've got the regular versions and then Prince versions of them. So you'll see that it repeats that's Prince. Some nice weaponry there. And then Rush Monster Masters. So these are sort of monsters, but designed to be in the kind of old WWF figure style. Which these look fun. I think the Frankenstein, I haven't got a photo of it, but I think the head comes off and you can see the brains inside.
Wow.
And that sort of looks really cool.
I love that you get like a little card and you get like a comic book cover. Again, these are all the things that I enjoy about toy collecting, is when they go all in.
These look very cool. Laurel and Hardy.
I remember this, was it last year? This Kickstarter, and it backed in like 3 hours or something like that. It was ridiculous.
Who would have thought we'd get Laurel and Hardy action figures? It's amazing.
And they did black and white, didn't they? And literally, it was all done in a day. The whole thing was backed.
Yeah. And yeah, so they've done it where I think rather than having a separate hat, they've done interchangeable heads, and one of the heads has the hat on it, so it kind of looks better having it done that way, which is quite cool. And then they have separate hats that they can hold and stuff. And there's black and white versions.
I think the black and white works better than colour because I grew up watching it in black and white. You have no idea what colour it's going to be, so I think that I kind of wish I'd backed this because I love Laurel and Hardy and Harold Lloyd, Buster Keaton, that like 1920s, 1930s.
Yeah, I think they did also make them available through Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not sure if you would still be able to get them through that.
Because they were really like competitively priced. They were quite cheap.
Yeah, they might have a backer kit still out. Sometimes
I cannot. I'm all cashed out.
Okay.
Do you remember when we did this one on the news, Lee? And they had the video with that crazy guy shouting "Monsters!"
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, these look cool though. Just crazy animals. Like a big shark guy called Shamumu. The names are crazy. They have the gimmick of having interchangeable parts on them, so you can pull the arm off and put it off on a different figure and things as well. And there he is in a different colorway. And then Sting Cobra is their other one. So they just sort of started off with the two, and then they had some that came in on later tiers. And yeah, this has been backed. And then another one, they've just kind of color swapped the two. And then we've got this bull-toothed.
So what people should take from our episode this evening is that basically if anything is purple and green and wearing a loincloth, you're sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Toy Me, Toy You approved.
Galactic Valor. These look quite cool. I hadn't come across these before either. It's interesting when you actually really start to kind of dig into Kickstarter. There's so much on there.
Some just never see the light of day. It's a risk to back something.
Yeah.
It's always going to be, unless you really know that. But then again, backing a HasLab doesn't always come to fruition.
No, I think with Kickstarter there is a risk of actually losing money and things, isn't there? So
of never getting anything.
Yeah. But yeah, some of the companies that are on Kickstarter do put them out through other channels as well. Like my Brutal Realm figure I pre-ordered through Big Bad Toy Store, and they won't take the money until it's in hand. So you know, so sometimes you do get those options. Here we are, AWOC.
Here we are. Yeah.
This is their Primal Series 2. So we'll have a quick look through these. I like him.
Yeah,
He looks very cool. It's like green and purple again.
Yeah. I was all in on the Kickstarter, so for this, and the producers some really good stuff. But I think at the moment it's in a bit of kind of development hell because of the tariffs, quite frankly, and I think that is a really kind of problem for indie toys at the moment. Is stuff like that hit like an independent company a lot harder than a massive multinational that can absorb some of the costs. So,
I know the Brutal Realm guys were planning to have their figures out by now, and they have had some delays related to the tariffs. But they've been honest about it, and they're absolutely committed to getting the toys out there. So it's good. King Hannibal, he looks nice and chunky.
This is one of my favourite ones here. This police dog.
I think I've seen AWOC before, and I've been interested, but this wave in particular looks really good.
And, I've been in toy groups on Facebook and stuff, and they're just saying, "I want this animal wearing this," and they just get into full-on debates of give me the a whatever dressed as a. There we go. I was waiting for this one to come up.
Rabbit with a bow and arrow. That's cool.
Something's just really working, AWOC. The police dog's incredible.
And this guy, this is the one for me. Yeah. It's like, I think you said it before, Rudy. It was like Animals of Farthingwood.
Yeah. This is the one that's like Animals of the Farthingwood meets whatever.
He's very cyberpunk, isn't it? Yeah.
But just robotic arm. His face is just cheeky, like a fox should be. Wily. He's got kind of an old-fashioned gun, but then an assault rifle.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to pick him up probably. He looks very cool. He'll probably be my first AWOC figure. Looks very good. That's a cool one too. Raving. And then Cyberzoic. There we've got big dinosaurs and dragons with armored up. Very cool.
I wonder what their inspiration is.
Yeah. Well, I say because this is Creative Beast Studios who did the Triceratops that I had, and so they have been doing these a lot. Done several Kickstarters of I'm going to say history accurate of what scientists currently think dinosaurs look like, and so they've now done a dragon, historically accurate dragon. But yeah, so they've obviously gone the Dino Riders.
It's Dino Riders, isn't it?
Yeah, the Dino Riders stuff.
A little homage to Dino Riders
because they did take all the text of the dinosaurs and sell them in museums because they were considered to be that accurate that they did just produce the Dino Riders animals just for museums. So it's kind of a homage that they've been doing the ones that have been selling in museums and then going, all right, well, we go the opposite way and start putting Dino Rider stuff on our dinosaurs. So
they look very cool. They do. But quite big, I think. Don't know
It's
where I'd
3
put something like that.
3/4. Yeah. It's not 6-inch scale, so.
And then we'll do a bit of Mythic Legions.
They're green
This
and
is their
purple
latest wave.
again.
There we go.
Oh, it's so. This one's wicked.
The colours on those wings. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, Mythic Legion's another company I've been aware of for a while, obviously, and keeping my eye on, but I haven't dipped my toe in yet. But definitely going to get something from them. He looks awesome. And then Cosmic Legions. I think this is their latest, well, not their latest announced wave, but their latest wave that's due to come out soon. And I actually have one of these on pre-order, which you'll see in a moment. Which is this guy.
Nice.
So I will be getting him, definitely. He looks very, very cool. And we're nearly at the end of the mini slides. There we go. I love the sci-fi vibes of Cosmic Legions. But yeah, I like the kind of more fantasy side on Mythic Legions as well. So I'll probably pick some of those up at some point. So yeah, so many awesome action figures out there to choose from. Many. So I hope anyway we've given people a bit of a glimpse into the world of indie toys, as it were, through what we shared here tonight.
Yeah.
And at any rate, it's been fun talking about it.
And we apologise if it hurts your wallets. But
Yeah,
not
no,
really.
we don't. We don't care about that.
Buy responsibly, but yeah.
Yes, definitely budget. Be careful,
like
all
it,
that.
And you can afford it, you buy it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, do not buy it.
When stuff's a pre-order, it's pretty much always late. Let's just remember that. So you have more time than the pre-order tells you.
Awesome. Right. Well, that's the end of the discussion time. Has anybody got anything else they want to say?
No, I think I'm all right.
All right, then let's wrap things up. Bisto, thank you very much for joining us again, mate.
Thanks for having me on and let me show off this random collection of weirdness I've been purchasing. So
no, it's been awesome, mate. Do you want to tell people where they can find you on the internet if they're interested in seeing more of you?
I'm on my channel is Bisto Yeti. I occasionally make videos.
Awesome. And if you want to watch some videos by me, you can find me on YouTube as Toy Slice. I haven't made one for a bit, but I will. And I'm also on Instagram and Blue Sky as Toy Slice, and I put photos up and retweet other people's photos. It's not retweeting, but you know. So that's cool. Lee, anything?
Oh, you can find me at his Lee Lee on YouTube, Blue Sky, and Instagram. I recently just uploaded a short. Tend to do them the most. So if you fancy looking at that, head on over. Where everything is all black primed at the moment.
And finally, Rudy.
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram under my name, Rudy Zasu. I'm similar to Dave. I don't make videos that often, but when I do, they're engaging. And if you're all about nostalgia and just like you saw here, variety of different toys, then my channel is the one for you.
Awesome. Good stuff. So yes, we'll close it out there. Thank you, everyone in the chat for joining us and sharing your thoughts with us. Appreciate it. And we would also appreciate it if you would give us a little like and make sure you subscribe to us so you can come back and hang out with us again another time in 2 weeks. That would be cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. So we will see you again in 2 weeks for more shenanigans. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Plastic dreams and shells that glow. Action heroes steal the show. Collectors' hearts where toys alive. Toy me, toy you. It's what we do. New releases breaking through. Toy me, toy you. It's all brand new. The past and present in full view.
You're still here? It's over.